The month of June has been a month of crochet, crafts, and preparing for the cooler winter days ahead at the cottage. Join me with your current crafty project and a nice warm drink while I share this month's updates. The whole month of June in Brazil is known as Festa Junina. In preparation for this harvest festival, I decided to crochet some colourful bunting as part of the decorations. Pod chose a selection of colourful yarn, and for 2 weeks in June all other projects stopped as I made our colourful granny square bunting. This was a project that, like many others, had been on my to-do craft list for many years. Now we finally had our dream cottage, it was time to bring this project to life. Festa Junina is a colourful event normally decorated with paper bunting, but I wanted to create a decoration which would be less wasteful and versatile, which I could use for future events such as birthday parties for Pod. I needed a finishing touch to the motif, so I decided to add a homemade tassel at the end of each triangle. I love taking time to hand make finishing elements to a design, as this is what I think makes something handmade that bit more special. If you would like to make your own crochet bunting, this pattern is now available for Patreon members and will be available later in the year for Moara Crochet subscribers. Once the bunting was made, it was time for our Festa Junina. Me and Pod had spent the last few weeks making handmade decorations and making a sweet stand to fill with traditional Brazilian treats such as paçoca, peixe de moleca and banana sweets. We also made our own garden games, including hook a fish, tin towers and throw the rings. The day of our festival, we decorated the garden with colourful Brazilian decorations and set the table with delicious harvest food, including stewed beef, sweet corn and beef stew, rice pudding, canjica and various cakes. Everyone dressed up and we enjoyed games and food in the garden. As the cold set in, we sat around an open lit fire with our family and friends and roasted marshmallows as we drank vinho quente, a hot spiced mulled wine. Earlier this month, I received a really heartwarming and special email from one of my Moara Crochet subscribers. And in this email, they very kindly opened up and told me about a traumatic experience that had happened in their life and how they returned to crochet through the help of their mum, and how crochet helped them create a sense of calm in their life And I'm actually going to read part of this email to you now, which I received. So, like everyone, I made hats, scarves, mittens and baby blankets, but was always looking for something more. Eventually I discovered amigurumi, which was a lot of fun, but still not a great fit for me. Then I found flowers. Oh my, I can never get bored with flowers. So many to choose from and so many different techniques, it's very cool. I really enjoy your patterns and instructions. You really break down the process well and have great pictures. I'm just starting to learn flowers, been doing them for a month now, so I will get better, but it's so much fun. I have PTSD for my 28 years in the military and 3 combat tours. I spend a lot of time sitting and waiting on doctors. The crochet helps me stay out of my mind and focus on the moment. It really helped save my life. Thank you for being part of that. And this email made me and my husband actually cry, because it's amazing how I can be thousands and thousands of miles away from you, and sharing creativity can touch somebody's life and help them through a difficult point. So today I actually wanted to share with you the story behind my crochet flowers and how it's helped me through a difficult point in my life, and through sharing has helped many others. So Moara Crochet started a long time ago now, but in 2020, when the pandemic started, I, like many others, was very scared, very anxious, and I didn't know what was going to happen. So at that time, like many others, I became my daughter's teacher. So I was teaching her about the cycle of life, and we were doing the Hungry Caterpillar, and I made some crochet aids to go with the story. And after that story, we moved on to the Julia Donaldson book called The Room on the Broom, which is a fantastic book. If you don't know it, it's brilliant for children. And on the last few pages of this, it talks about the witch making with her cauldron a spell to fix the story at the end. And I'm actually going to read the little section. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone, throw something in." So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. So from these elements, I actually made some crochet aids to go with the story for our story sack. And while I was making them, I made the crochet lily. And the sense of excitement I got from creating the pattern to the calming process of making it, and then the pride of the finished product, made me feel so good in a time where I was so scared and so anxious, that I turned to my husband and said, I'm going to start a campaign. I need to do something. And I'm going to give something through Moara Crochet that is helping me and maybe can help others. So I started my campaign called Fill the World with Flowers. And my aim was to create a crochet flower pattern each week to share with my subscribers, with the core aim that it had to be something we could make easily. It had to be something we could make from our yarn stash, because that was a time when we couldn't go to the shops, and deliveries we were unsure because you don't know if there's bacteria on it and so forth. And also a pattern which would challenge you a little bit, not just the easy flower patterns that were all over the web. I wanted crafters to experience the same 3 points that I had experienced through making, from the excitement of beginning a pattern, of choosing your design, to that sense of calm of actually creating your pattern, to the end product of feeling pride, feeling joy, and making your own item within a few short hours. As I believe that this sense, these 3 emotions you go through within a short period of time, is the best medicine for our mental health, because it makes you feel good, it makes you feel proud. and it makes you want to share. And since starting, I've created over 26 free crochet flower patterns so far, with many more to come. And since doing this, I have received messages like this one and many more messages covering every area of life, from celebration of a new baby to the births, to birthdays, to thank yous, to remembrance, all from these little free crochet patterns that I give. Last month, I set up a Patreon page for Moara Crochet, and through there you can give donations from as little as $2 to $10, where you can benefit from many discount codes and early access, and even have one-to-one tutorials with me. But through your support, you won't only just be benefiting from yourself or just me to give me a more stable income, you're also allowing me to fund my channel to continue giving free crochet patterns for people who may not have access to this, who don't have the funds to buy crochet patterns. And through your kindness and your support, you will be helping others, like the person here who sent me this beautiful email, to get through a difficult time through craft. Now I'm going to leave a link down below to both my Patreon page and my page for all my free crochet patterns, my free crochet flower patterns, so you can access those. And most of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me and supporting Moara Crochet and encouraging me to share these free crochet patterns. Now I'm going to love you and leave you, and we will go into the next section, the final section of this vlog. Thank you. As the season changed from autumn to winter, the nights became much colder, so I decided to make some sofa blankets for us to snuggle up with during the evenings. As I had some red yarn left over from a scarf I made for Pod, this was the perfect project to use up the leftover yarn. I bought some red tartan cotton fleece and decided to add a crochet blanket stitch around the edge to finish them off. This was such a lovely, easy project to do. And now we have a collection of blankets ready for future garden parties during the colder nights. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Until next time, take care.